Hello, people. How are we doing? Welcome to another episode of Grand Football Daily World Cup Review. I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful time watching the games today. And I've got with me in the studio to discuss today's one, Mr. Silas. You are welcome to the show today.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for welcoming me. I
Yes.
just feel and I believe the Rolls Royce will not be withdrawn from from the Arabian players after that after losing to Lewandowski and Poland today.
I hope
I
the
just
Rolls
hope
Royce
so.
will not be withdrawn, my brother. I hope so too. I hope so. But
Uh,
we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, so today has been very exciting with the games, It is day 6 of our World Cup review and 4 games again to talk about.
yeah.
And what better way to start than to talk about that game you just talked about, the Saudi Arabia versus Poland game. We'll start with
Wow,
that game.
massive kudos to Poland. Kudos
Yeah,
to everyone in that team for coming
yeah,
back strong after
yeah.
that first game against
Mexico.
Mexico. They really showed prosper, they really showed power, they really showed resilience, and they really showed true character that this is the World Cup, they are ready. Also happy for Robert Lewandowski scoring his first World Cup goal and also making an assist in that game.
Yeah.
For making an assist with someone that shares the country's president's name, Zelensky.
Zelensky.
Powerful one, yeah, powerful one.
Yeah.
I feel my up in that game was the fact that the Saudi players came out very strong from the blast of the whistle, and this tells you from the fact that they were really motivated from their first game. Beating Argentina gave them confidence, gave them the boldness, gave them the charisma and everything needed for them to go all out against Poland. Before now, we've seen them play in their first World Cup in 2006. Then they came back in 2010 and 2014 and 2018. They look timid, they look shy each time they play in the World Cup. But after that victory against Argentina, they came out explosive, they came out massive. And
Honestly.
yeah, even while they were losing today, you could see the fighting
all the
spirit, you
times,
could
all
feel
the
the
times I
energy.
watched the game, they were
Yeah.
in control of the game,
So,
and I was thinking, they're definitely going to get one back.
yeah, so I still feel it's still a tight group for them. I still feel they still have what it takes to still go forward. All they need is if they can get a draw and then hope that Argentina pull and two ends in a draw too, then it becomes a very, very open team, open game, open group for every one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going through the halftime statistics between them and their coach Javier Renard in the first game. You need to see the motivation, you need to see the challenge. These guys are in good spirits. And if Mexico is not careful with what I'm seeing, they may edge Mexico. And if these guys continue with this fighting spirit, with this motivation, with this togetherness that they are putting on, then I tell you they can go far in this tournament.
Yeah. I think I agree with you completely because the way I saw the Saudi Arabians play, honestly, in my opinion, they didn't deserve to lose 2-0. That 2-0 was
it was not a true
reflection of the
performance.
game. Yeah. Honestly, because they played really, really. I was looking at their play and I'm thinking, wow, these guys are playing like some, as if you are playing against a team like Spain or like Brazil, that are just 1-0 down and are trying. Honestly, they dominated the game. And I was thinking, these guys are going to come back. They had a chance with that penalty that they missed. Yeah, but apart from that, just a little error from the defender at the back gave Lewandowski the goal, and that was the end of it.
And you
Game,
trust
set,
that
and
man.
match. You know,
Massive goal. Beautiful goal
game,
from
set, and
Lewandowski.
match. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, did you see what he did before he actually played the ball? He made it look as if he was going to go that way with his hand, you know, say, okay, I'm going to, and he just put it the other way. And I was like, oh,
Lewandowski is a world-class striker.
yeah, he is.
We've seen him perform magic when he was in Dortmund.
Bayern.
With
Yeah, Dortmund to start
Dortmund,
with. Yeah.
we thought it's because he's playing for a Dortmund team that has
Mm,
Macaroys and
mm,
everything, that if this guy may naturally not do the best or give us the best when he gets to a bigger team. He got to Bayern, he
yeah.
dominated the game,
Yeah.
turned the entire Bundesliga to his home,
Yeah.
done everything, score goals in and out
Yeah.
of season, score 40, 50 goals
Yeah.
per season.
Yeah.
And then we thought he's aging, he's growing fast, and then now in Barcelona he's doing well. So I'm not surprised he's doing very well at the World Cup with Poland.
Yeah.
This guy is a great player, he's a great striker. He knows when to be in the position of scoring goals, he knows when to assist the team. He's going forward and coming back in each game, shows that he's truly a great player. He's one of those strikers that you see in the likes of Gilardino, Lacatoni, and the likes, Herman Crespo's of this world. Very tall, energetic, powerful, and then apart from being tall, energetic, and powerful, he's very, very experienced and matured in the game. Someone like Karim Benzema in him.
Very true, very true. Yeah, so obviously that group is now open. Group is open. Well, before we talk about how open the group is, let's look at the Argentina and Mexico game as well. What did you make of that game?
Wow, Argentina and Mexico, just like the Saudi game, where we discussed that Saudi Arabia was explosive in that game. Same thing with Mexico for over 50, 60 minutes in that game. I was saying it at the back of my mind. Are we sure the goat is not grazing? Are we sure? Are we sure the goat is not going back home anytime soon? And then even
honestly,
the veteran
it looked like that.
Yeah, even the veteran commentator, Peter Dury, was obviously saying it's looking obvious that Lionel Messi and Argentina will be returning home with what we're seeing from Mexico. But in a game of football, you only need a moment of brilliance. And when you are talking about someone who can give you a moment of brilliance, you have no other person better than Lionel Messi. He saw the spot, he saw the angle, he took just a single touch from outside the box and then he pulled the trigger. Then you expect him. This man knows each time he pulls the trigger that he knows the exact position the ball is going. And then he found the back of the net, which gave the game more life. And then we thought it will end in 1-0. We saw Mexico coming out again, and then they failed to clear their lines again. Massive goal. I believe this is the best goal I've seen so far in this tournament.
Well, the Fernandez goal.
Yeah, the goal.
Fernandez.
Excellent.
Quick one touch, leg over, and boom.
And then found the upper corner of the right bar. And then massive. With this game, it makes the group open. Saudi Arabia a win for them, 3 points. Mexico a win for them, 3 points. Argentina a win for them, 3 points. Poland a win for them, 3 points. It means everyone in that team, in that group, is having 3 points now.
So, no, you got it wrong. Mexico, they drew.
Yeah, 4 points.
So Poland has 4 points, and Argentina and Saudi Arabia have 3 points. So Mexico is on
1 point now. So it is still very open. Even Mexico that is with 1 point is still have a better chance. Yes, to go. All you just need is in the last game, you either win or you get a draw. If Argentina gets a draw against Poland tops the group with 5 points. Argentina with 4. Then if Mexico should win, Mexico 4 points again.
What they win
4
by.
points, and then 4 points again for this. So whichever way, 4 points or 6 points is coming from the game between Mexico and Saudi Arabia. Either 4 points or 6 points is coming from there. Then in the other game between Argentina and Poland, So that's 6 points or 4
or
points is coming from their
or
team.
yeah.
So
So
it's
it's
now
a
been a
very,
battle of
very
goals.
open group, very open.
Yeah,
And I think it's even more open now than the England group,
yeah, it's more open now.
So
Open
difficult
in the
to
sense
call.
that the 4 teams can actually qualify.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Difficult to call. So
yeah,
at least
difficult
it
to
makes
call.
it interesting for neutrals like us watching. So we'll just be sitting back, and I mean the people from those countries, they will be like, "Whoo, our
Now you
next
have to press the calculator at this point.
yeah,
Yeah,
our
you
next
just need the
game will be
calculator now.
tough, man." That's all they'll be thinking. Oh, how are we going to, go past this next game and make it through to the knockout stages? But
Look,
that's
look,
football for you.
looking at the last matches, I
Yeah,
feel at this point of the tournament, it's a matter of who have the cutting edge. It's a matter of who is more determined. It's a
yeah.
matter of who owns a charisma to go forward now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where experience, maturity, technicality
Mm,
comes to play.
mm,
Um, for 65, 70 minutes of that game between Argentina and Mexico, in fact, if you check my WhatsApp status, I was saying that Lionel Scaloni may just lose his job now. And then all through the
he
game
would have if
against,
they didn't win
yeah,
this one.
yeah, all through the game against Saudi Arabia too, technically he was not it. So he just need the brilliance of Messi and the players in the team to just edge this
Mm,
game today. If he's not
mm,
careful in that game too and allow the dominance of Poland, then he may
mm,
lose it. So the
mm,
last games for each of these 4 teams has
mm.
to do with your maturity, has to do with your technicality, and then
Yeah,
has to do with your how mature is the
how
entire
mature
players
you.
in your team
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
through. Yeah,
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that one pans out. But
yeah,
I
sure.
mean, we're here for it, so we'll wait and see how that
It
happens.
is the World Cup, and it's
Yeah,
the
it's the
beauty
World
of the
Cup.
World Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the beauty of it. Okay, the defending champions, France, they played Denmark, and that was a tight game as well, but they came out tops, you know. So
yeah,
did you see any of that game?
yeah. I did saw the game.
Yeah, okay.
Um, US the United States against England
Mm,
yesterday.
mm,
Today's game, France against Denmark, has been the
mm,
2 games I've seen so far in this tournament that kept me on my seat all
mm.
through from the blast of the whistle to the end of the game. Massive attacking style of football from both
Mm,
teams.
both teams
We saw France today looking for everything possible to win that game. We
to
saw
win, yeah.
Denmark on the other end too, looking
Mm,
for everything necessary to get a result in that game. It was a
yeah,
very tight game
yeah.
from the beginning to the end. France dominated. France eventually got the edge.
Mm.
You have to give kudos. You have to give respect to Mbappe for those
Mbappe,
goals.
two
Beautiful goals.
goals. Joint top
Beautiful
scorer at the
goals.
moment.
Yeah, joint top scorer with
Yeah.
the
And
guy
Valencia.
from Ecuador.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Ena Valencia
Valencia.
from Ecuador.
Yeah.
I also have to praise the defense lines of Denmark. Andre
Mm,
Christensen,
mm,
Pascal Schumacher in goal and like
mm, mm,
massive one. They
mm,
really worked France up their beat. They really worked France up their attacking style.
mm.
Um, a little bit of improvement from Antoine Griezmann in that game, better than the first game.
Yeah, he
Though a
got an
bit,
assist anyway.
yeah,
He had the
yeah, he got an
assist for the
assist.
second goal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
aside from the assist,
he played better.
he's played better. He played better. We
Mm,
discovered today he had a positive impact in the team going
mm,
forward and then coming back again to help the team. And
mm.
also, the Barcelona guy as well was also involved in the game.
Well, Alba.
More involved. No, no, not Alba.
No, not Alba, sorry. The Barcelona
Um,
guy, Dembele, you mean? Sorry.
Yeah, Dembele rather.
Yeah,
Dembele was also active in the game from the beginning to the end.
yeah.
We saw a more positive Dembele,
Mm,
unlike the first game whereby he was losing passes and so on. He was more coordinated
mm,
today. His
mm,
passes were accurate, and then he was involved in the team play, coming back to help and clear the defense line each time
mm,
Denmark went on the attacking run.
mm,
Good game for Denmark. Good game for Eriksen, Christensen, who got the goal for them, and everyone in that team. It just makes another thing that it shows that France, they're ready. Before now, I was scared of the fact that the defending champion syndrome may affect them, but now they've proved me wrong.
It proved
They're
you
ready.
wrong.
Two
Two
games,
games,
two
2
wins,
wins. Well,
and
they've
it
been in
seems
this situation before, so that might be playing at the back of their mind as well. Remember when they won 98 and then came in
in 2002
2002?
they
They
could not even
lost.
make
They
it from
couldn't
the
even,
group.
yeah, they couldn't come out
Yeah,
of the group stage. So
yeah,
I'm sure that would have been one of their team talks. Like, look, we've had this situation. And again, the coach now was part of that team then. So
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sure you would definitely have, brought it up. Didier Deschamps, he would have said,
Yeah,
look, guys, I've been in this situation where we won the competition and when we came back, we were rubbish. So
yeah, sure.
we have to start well. If we don't, we will be out. Everyone wants to beat the defending champion, you know? So,
Yeah, sure.
so
Well,
that's what
with
I
the way it's
think.
looking, they've been impressive. They've been good.
Mm,
I see them even going all through the group with 9 points
yeah,
because I don't seem convinced about Tunisia at the moment.
yeah,
I see them going with 9 points off from the group
yeah.
stage. Of course, it'll
Tunisia,
be on.
Tunisia were a bit disappointing. So we'll come to that now. The game against Australia. I was expecting more, from them, considering how well they played in the first game against Denmark. So I was
Uh,
expecting more, but they must have rested on their performance in the first game, thinking, oh, if we can do this well and not lose against Denmark, we can beat Australia. And maybe that came back to bite them.
what I saw in the game involving Tunisia today and Australia has
Yeah,
been the general hallmark of all African teams so far in this tournament and even
yeah,
before now.
mm,
There's this good culture of football that we do see when we play in the AFCON, whereby
mm,
teams can come out against each other and then play well.
yeah,
But African teams seems to be timid, shy
mm,
each time they go on the global stage, be it at the
yeah,
Olympics or
yeah,
at the World Cup, and it plays out today. In the first
mm,
game, we saw them; they came out all through from the beginning against Denmark to the end. They
mm,
could not capitalize on the good possession they had in that game to even score a goal. The same thing we saw today again. They dominated the
mm,
game from the beginning. They
mm,
could not just get that last touch to end it. And it
mm,
has been the problem of African coaches from now, for
mm,
ages, even before now. You
mm,
see them, you see a team that performs well, you see a team that are going out there, clear their lines well. But when it gets to getting the last 2, 3 touches to get the ball into the net, it has
mm.
been awful. And don't forget the 5 countries that are playing from Africa, each of them are being coached by indigenous coaches from Africa.
Mm.
So
Apart
that
from,
problem
oh
still
yeah, yeah,
persists.
they're all.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
problem still
I forgot. I
persists.
forgot. Renard was Saudi Arabia. I was thinking Renard in my head,
Yeah, yeah.
but he's Saudi Arabia, not
So
an
so
African team.
that
Mm,
problem still persists. Thank God Senegal came from their first game whereby they could not score and scored 3 years.
mm, mm.
But Tunisia, the same way. Morocco, hopefully, we'll see them
Hopefully,
perform again tomorrow.
hopefully.
Hopefully, we see Cameroon also coming out again to score again tomorrow. The performance, football for the entire duration of 90 minutes is far
Mm,
beyond you possessing.
yeah,
It's far beyond you having the best of defensive quality in the game. What
exactly.
makes the game more beautiful is the number of goals you score. And African teams,
Mm,
for me, over time, they've not done that. Good
no, they
one for
haven't.
Australia. They came out good against France in the first half and then lost it all out again in the second half
In
against
second
France that
half,
did. And
yeah, yeah.
then now they are back. They came back strong against
Mm.
Tunisia today, winning
And
1-0.
they kept that lead. It's
Yeah, they
not
kept
easy
that
to
lead.
hold on to a 1-0 lead. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not
No?
easy. I feel an European team or a
Yeah,
more progressive team who is good at getting the last touch of the ball will have beaten them
beating
without
them
their
today.
1-0 advantage today
Yeah,
because
because they
Tunisia
scored
came out.
early.
Yeah,
They scored
yeah, they
early,
scored early.
so there was enough time to
Or Tunisia would
change
have come back into that game, but they did not. They did not.
Yeah. So very, very interesting games today. And tomorrow, another set of interesting games coming up. We have Japan versus Costa Rica. We have Spain versus Germany. Woo! That's the one not to miss tomorrow. Belgium versus Morocco and Croatia versus Canada. So these are the games tomorrow. Quick verdict on these games.
Well, I'll pick my first comments from Germany against Spain. Old rivalry. Germany knows what is at stake here. They lost against Japan, as predicted by everyone on that show that day. There's a big banana peel for Germany based on the strength, the technicality of Japan in that game, and it came out true.
Yeah, it came out true.
It came out true. So Germany already knows what is at stake in this particular game against Spain tomorrow. Win at all costs. You either win or you get a draw. Even a draw is not enough. To save your head. Though it's better. It's better than losing. Anything that makes you lose tomorrow, you're out of the tournament.
But you know what I feel? I feel they will win. I feel they will win.
The challenge is we have a very young Spanish team that consists of Gavi, Pedri, and the likes. These guys are young. These guys they are full of energy. For a team that scored 7 goals in their first game, you expect them to be full of life and full of energy. Having said that too, we have a German squad too that is young, relatively young. Musiala and some other guys in that teams are younger. So I feel it's a shoulder-to-shoulder thing. But Germany will eventually edge based on my prediction, based on the fact that it's a European affair. And when it comes to German teams against Spanish team, it has always been the German team over time. So I feel what plays out at the club levels will eventually play out tomorrow. But it may not be more than a goal or 2-1.
I think it would be 1 goal difference.
Yeah, sure.
1 goal that would differentiate them. 2-1, 1-0, 3-2. Those kind of scorelines. That's what I feel too. Yeah. So what about Japan, Costa Rica, Belgium, Morocco, Croatia, Canada?
Well, Costa Rica, they know what is at stake now. You lose tomorrow, you can't recover.
Bye-bye.
You draw tomorrow, you can't recover. Minus 7 goals.
Yeah. They need to actually win.
And then another thing, I feel Japan should have their heads high up now, based on the fact that they saw a Costa Rica team that was weak, conceding 7 goals in the first game. And then they are motivated by the fact that they were able to beat almighty Germany in quotes. So it's a big advantage for Japan tomorrow. They just have to capitalize on that, play the mind games against Costa Rica and then get a win. And then having it at the back of their mind that a win places them 6 points and top of the group, irrespective of whatever happens in that place. The only thing that will make them not first in that place is if Spain wins and they win, it becomes 6 points apiece, and then goal difference.
Spain will be on top definitely, unless they beat Costa Rica by 7 or 8-2, which I can't. I'm hoping doesn't happen. Otherwise, they will be the worst team in the World Cup, Costa Rica.
And then another thing they just need to avoid also is they must win, because if they don't get to win, their last game will be against Spain. It's against Spain. So it will now be the battle of who comes first in the group. Of course, Spain will want to be first, because they know that if Germany wins tomorrow or Germany gets a draw, the last game, Germany will come out all out to beat
Costa
Rica. So if they don't win, it pulls them away from the driving seats.
Yeah, true.
So Japan.
That's a very, very interesting point, because that
another interesting team. I feel any of those 3 teams too still have the chance to qualify.
Yeah, definitely. definitely. But we'll see
Interesting.
tomorrow which team turns
Yeah.
up and how their results, come out. So the last two, Belgium, Morocco, Croatia, Canada.
Well, Belgium not convincing so far,
Mm,
though they
yeah,
won 1-0 in the first game.
yeah,
Um, Morocco, the only challenge I have is how far can Morocco hold on to the Belgian team tomorrow?
mm,
How far can they go? How far can they
mm,
utilize or convert their chances?
yeah,
They'll be playing against a more tactical Belgian side with
mm,
good defenders and good goalkeeper.
yeah,
Tribute Courtois is there.
mm,
If you cannot capitalize on your chances when you play a smaller team, how much
mm,
more will you do when you have a very good goalkeeper in post?
yeah,
So I feel I'm scared on behalf of Morocco tomorrow, but I also feel
mm,
um, Roberto Martinez, the coach of Belgium, need
yeah.
to take a deliberate decision by resting Hazard for tomorrow's game. This one was not also maybe it's better now, but in the first game, he was a big shadow of himself.
Yeah,
Just like we've been seeing that this guy will come back after his transfer from Chelsea to
Real
Madrid.
Madrid.
He has been
Yeah,
a shadow of himself since then, and
yeah,
he's not living up
yeah,
to the dream. So
yeah,
forcing him into the game tomorrow again will be a big disadvantage for them.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
feel they have the edge against a Moroccan team
yeah.
who does not concede many
Mm,
goals.
mm.
As
But do
well,
not
they
score
are shy
many
from
goals.
scoring goals too.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing.
maybe a 1-0 or a 2-1 advantage for
Yeah.
Belgium. Yeah.
I've actually gone for a 2-0 win for Belgium in that
Okay.
game. But,
Yeah, okay.
we'll see how that one goes. And the last
Yeah.
game, Croatia versus Canada.
Mm. Well, let me be. Let me give it a straight win for Croatia.
Okay.
Doggedness. The
Yeah.
likes of Modric and the likes, a straight win for them. I feel
Mm,
Canada just came out
mm.
here to mark their attendance. Though in their first game they
They
were
were
awesome.
very good,
They were very good. They were very
Mm.
good. But I
They're
still
just
feel,
unlucky.
yeah, I still feel the experience, the maturity on the side of Croatia, the the exposure
Yeah.
will tell tomorrow when they
Yeah.
play against Croatia.
I think that's what will stand in their favor, the experience, that they
Well,
have.
maybe they can also dare the Lions like Saudi Arabia did against Argentina.
True, because it will be good for the game tomorrow if, say, the likes of Canada and Morocco can actually pull out a surprise win or pull out a surprise game where maybe they're drawing or not losing the game really, you
Yeah,
know.
it makes the groups
It
open
make
as
it
well.
make it make that group open as well. Yeah, because
Mhm.
from what we saw in the first games, the other two guys that were supposed to be the top guys in the group, Belgium and Croatia, they were
Mm.
not convincing, they
At
were not
all, at all.
convincing at all. So
Yeah.
would rather take a very, very open group and see what happens at the end. See what
Well,
happens.
another thing I still feel
Mm,
the first round of matches were just more or less like a trial version of game, though the tournament have started for many,
yeah,
but um, a trial version in the sense that these guys have not played together as a country for a longer time now.
yeah,
So the fitness at the club level was what many of their coaches banked on
banked on,
to
yeah. And even
yeah to
before the
have them
World
play.
Cup, they did not have a lot of time, to
So I
actually,
believe by now, yeah,
yeah,
I believe by now they will have trained together. The communication level will have changed. They will have
increased. Yeah,
acclimatized to the weather as well.
yeah.
And then by now, maybe the big boys will be separated from the smaller guys, just like we saw in Argentina today.
Yeah,
Experience
very
came in
true.
for Argentina. Yeah.
Very true. Very true. Well, we'll see how these games go tomorrow. Listen, bro, Mr. Silas, I thank you so much for being in the show today, and I'm sure that everyone watching would have enjoyed this session today because we have, talked about these teams and what we expected from them. So tomorrow is
Yeah,
another
exactly.
day. Tomorrow is day 7 of the World Cup. And like we've just, looked at the games, We will talk about it again tomorrow evening when the games are done. So look forward to that one as well. Thank you, Mr. Silas. Thank you for being here tonight. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely rest of the night. And thank you, our viewers. And I hope you continue to like, subscribe, do all that you do on the page. Thank you, everyone who has been doing that. And we will see you when we discuss day 7.
Don't check this.
Now.